trouble in paradise already? A team that had off-season predictions of going to the Super Bowl, potentially winning the Super Bowl. A super team on paper. A team that hasn't made the playoffs in a long, long time, being destined for the Super Bowl, goes out and plays the New Orleans Saints and looks really bad. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have high expectations this year. Tom Brady comes to town. Everybody follows, including those Super Bowl expectations. And going into the New Orleans Superdome, they did not look very good. They had a lot of issues, a lot of communication issues. And the bigger story now is how Bruce Arians, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has handled the criticism of the GOAT, Tom Brady. It's been pretty interesting how all of this has played out. A lot of people are questioning Bruce Arians' methods and questioning whether Tom Brady is going to like this. I have a take on this. Obviously, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. I'm really hyped about the Buccaneers season, and I think that they're going places, but there's a lot to this. So first of all, this is over here on Barstool Sports. It says, now Bruce Arians has done it. He says Tom Brady needs more grit. That's a tough one right there. I'm not sure that that's the best take right there for Bruce Arians to say Tom Brady needs more grit. That's a tough one right there. Now, initially, Bruce Arians also publicly blamed Tom Brady for the very first interception when he and Mike Evans clearly were not on the same page. He publicly blamed Tom Brady. Publicly. What? What is wrong with you? But then he came back, and after watching the tape, which is something all of us knew when we watched the play, that it was on Mike Evans. So he came out and said, upon further review, the first INT was on Mike Evans. It wasn't cover 2, and he should have been inside. He then, it says Bruce Arians may have amended his blame on Tom Brady for one of those INTs, but still didn't like what he saw from 12. He looked like Tom Brady in practice all the time, so it's kind of unusual to see that in the ball game, because they didn't do things that we didn't get ready for. Bruce Arians has got a very interesting take on this entire Tom Brady situation. Personally, I don't think Tom Brady has a lot to work with here in terms of he asked for this. He was done with the Belichick method. He was done with the system up there and Belichick's ways of doing things, which I'm 100% okay with. I'm glad he's moved on. And he wanted a different type of coach. Well, now he's got one. And sometimes the grass isn't always greener. But I do chalk this up to Tom Brady's in town. They have never dealt with what they're dealing with the media attention, with every little thing is going to be overanalyzed surrounding Tom Brady. Bruce Arians clearly is not handling this the right way either. If you watch the game between Tampa Bay and the New Orleans Saints, Tom Brady was not terrible. There was clearly a lot of problems, though. There were some mistakes, but there were really just more about continuity and mental awareness. That's what I chalk a lot of their problems up to. And the fact that you're playing potentially the best team in the NFC. That has to be noted. I mean, Tampa Bay is pretty much a brand new team. You've got Tom Brady coming to town. You've got a lot of expectations. You got Gronk. You've got Leonard Fournette just came on the team. You got Shady McCoy. You've got a ton of expectations. You're trying to get your chemistry down with these receivers. The defense looked like they had a lot of nerves. That offsides call was horrendous. That 4th and 1 offsides was absolutely horrendous. That was just a pathetic situation. The Saints didn't look that good either. Let's be clear. The Saints didn't really look great, but they were still far better equipped for the situation. This is an early game, first game of the season, no preseason whatsoever. I think that all of these problems are not going to be a problem in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Give it another couple of weeks. By week 3 or 4, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be rolling. They've got pretty easy schedule for the next 3 or 4 games. So I absolutely see them getting things back under control. But this is the nature of having Tom Brady on your team. Every single thing is going to be overanalyzed. Every single word, every single moment, every single play, every single mistake, it's going to be overanalyzed. That comes with the territory. I do not feel sorry for Tom Brady as much as I'm a fan of him. I do not feel sorry for him. He asked for this. He wanted this. And now he's got it, and they're going to have to work through it. And this is how a championship team is developed and born. You have to go through tough times. And you walked into the Superdome. You did not have your A game on. Neither did New Orleans. But when neither team has their A game, ultimately New Orleans is still the better team. They have the better chemistry, the better continuity right now. They've been together for a while. They have a fantastic secondary. Obviously, a legendary quarterback, a great coach. They had everything working for them. Even on a bad day, they were still the Saints. The Buccaneers need more time to get this together, but the divide between Tom Brady and Bruce Arians from a public standpoint, this is like something for First Take and Undisputed to eat alive, and they're going to continue to eat it alive. I personally do not think this is that big of a deal. I think this is grown men figuring things out. Tom Brady is a professional. He's an absolute professional. He's a 6-time champion. He's going to get this figured out. This team is going to get this figured out. They have way too much talent, and Tom Brady has way too much experience. Bruce Arians clearly is trying to figure out the best way to handle Tom Brady. It's going to take some time. I do not think this is that big of an issue, but Lord have mercy if the media is not eating it up, and they should be. We knew this was going to happen. Comes with the territory. So, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for subscribing to Sports Wars. We do appreciate that so very much. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Check out geeksandgamers.com, our website. Check out Park Hop and our theme park channel. Check out Geeks and Gamers, our main YouTube channel. And we will talk to you later.